Does your average Twisted session look like this? Yeah, me too. We're gonna put an end to this. At times, Twisted can feel quite boring, but complaining isn't gonna get us anywhere. So anyway, here's 10 ways to enjoy the game again. Personally, I find challenges quite fun, especially the more difficult ones. Whether you want to push yourself to get a certain amount of money in a certain time span or meet up with some friends to test each other's luck, there's definitely at least a couple of hours of gameplay in this. Some examples of challenges I've enjoyed myself include trying new vehicles, experimenting with unusual chasing tactics, and randomizing some different aspects of the game. By the way, I have a few videos on these so you can see what you're in for. Another thing you can do is grab a group of friends and challenge each other, like competing in a race around the map or seeing who can cut down the most trees in a certain time. And if you don't have any friends who play Twisted, there's always some weirdos who are willing to play in the Twisted Discord server. While the game mechanics work for chasing, they're far from perfect. This means that you can do some pretty goofy things in your spare time. For example, you can take advantage of free will and start climbing up the radio tower outside of Hazleton. Or you could find an area with heavy rain and turn a parking lot into a drift course. But my personal favorite is the art of turning the Dow 6 into a space shuttle. Jeez. Higher than the storm. I tend to notice a trend with you guys. In almost every server I play, the only vehicle I ever see is the stupid Tiv 2. Now don't get me wrong, this makes sense because it is technically the best vehicle in the game. But still, whether you try out a civilian vehicle or even just a different warehouse vehicle, or even just a different Tiv 2 variant than the stupid 2009 Tiv 2, it could be pretty refreshing. Anymore, the main thing I can thank for still being active in the Twisted community is my YouTube channel. On top of that, I absolutely love seeing new creators pop up here and there. Whether you create chase videos, cinematics, informational videos, or even just start streaming, there's never a better time to get into the Twisted YouTube game than right now. Especially with this crazy update drought we're in, it's probably good to start now so you know what you're doing by the time 1.22 rolls around. If there's one thing you can guarantee Twisted public servers will have, it's new players. Obviously, new players have nothing but the 454 and maybe some probes. Personally, if I was a new player, I'd love it if someone offered to show me the way around the map. Something like this isn't too far-fetched either. People go on tornado tours in real life all the time. Some of the most famous footage of the Joplin, Missouri tornado from 2011 was a tornado tour. Not only that, but you can take people for rides to help them get on their feet and teach them the best ways to intercept tornadoes, and even help them get their own first intercepts by allowing them in your passenger seat. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but if you're in the Twisted Discord server, you can submit records to get added to the game's official record sheet. Some of these seem pretty out of reach, but you'd be surprised. I thought the same, and with enough determination, I actually got some myself. Sometimes, the community also keeps individual record sheets over events, and it makes it seem like a challenge of who can get the best tornadoes within a week. Obviously, people utilize this game pass every now and then to see if their tornado has an EF5 indicator, but one of the most interesting things you can do in Twisted is rating every structure in the entire path of a tornado. It's definitely time consuming, but it shouldn't take too long granted you have some help. It's a great way to pass time, and the result usually ends up being pretty satisfying. Once again, you need a game pass to do this, but a great way to pass time while waiting for a chase to start is to start completing deliveries around the map. There are trucking depots in almost every town, and you can haul a variety of things to pick up some extra cash. This is the best money method that has nothing to do with the storms themselves and is a pretty efficient way to grind. And on top of that, it gives you a chance to explore parts of the map that you normally wouldn't even visit. Even though this technically isn't the main Twisted game, you can go check out the archive versions through Twisted Legacy. It features 6 versions currently, and they are only going to continue adding more in the future. But for now, we have 1.14, 1.15, 1.16, 1.17, 1.18, and 1.19. Each of these versions give you a somewhat unique experience, so it's sort of like you have 6 more games to get bored of again before you return to the main game.